Good morning, everyone. This is Manoj Sakya, and I'm a third-year PhD student here in School of Computer Science and Engineering at Nanyang Technological University. And this is a series so-called Graduate Chat Series. And the main objective of having this chat series is to share the achievements and then the goals that our friends have achieved. And the main objective, the main aim of this platform is to inspire some of the friends or all the friends in NTU basically. So here in this grad chat series, we will be inviting some of the successful graduates, and we'll discuss, we have conversation with them and listen their success stories. In some ways, maybe the hard work they have done during the PhD journey. So in the first episode of this graduate chat series, let me invite Dr. Youzhi Zhang. Youzhi Zhang, welcome to Graduate Chat Series. This is the first episode.
Thank you. It's my honor.
Okay, Dr. Zhang, let me share a little bit about you, and then we'll have the conversation basically.
Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Zhang is recently graduated from School of Computer Science and Engineering from Nanyang Technological University. In 2020, he received SCSE Outstanding PhD Thesis Award, and the title of the thesis is Computing Team Max-Min Equilibria in Zero-Sum Multiplayer Games. So in this conversation, I will be discussing with Dr. Zhang how did he go through his PhD journey, what was the thesis all about, and what sort of advices he will give us. And after the conversation, if any of you wants to ask questions to Dr. Zhang, please feel free, unmute yourself and you can ask questions. So let me tell you once again, it is a recorded version. We will be uploading this to our YouTube channel. And during the first conversation, please, I request all of you to mute your mic. So Dr. Zhang, let me first ask you about giving a very short introduction by yourself, who you are, like what you have done, where are you now, please.
Firstly, I want to clarify, I graduated last year, but I received the outstanding thesis award this year because I in this year's maybe this chat, not last year.
Oh.
After I graduated last year, I went to Dartmouth College as a postdoc. And recently, I moved to Northwestern University as a postdoc by following my current supervisor. He just moved from Dartmouth College to Northwestern University.
Okay, so before going over there, you were in Dartmouth College.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dr. Zhang, since your thesis, I came to know that the Singapore Police Force will be using your algorithm in particular area, I think. Would you like to share what your thesis is all about? A little bit about, not all. We are not, asking like the whole story of your thesis, but in short, like what is your thesis is about?
Okay. Let me give you some backgrounds. Firstly, you have mentioned the Singapore police force, right?
Right. Yes. Yes. Because I read that one in one of the news, I think there.
Just think about that. A simple scenario is that when several policemen are chasing criminals in the cities, and they need to coordinate the policemen with some information, with to, for example, share the locations of criminals, and then with the best and fast ways to interdict the criminals. That's a simple scenarios. That in this scenario, it involve multi-agents, because several policemen and criminals. And in academic words, it is a game theory scenario. About game theory, I think most of us studying AI will familiar with that, because we heard about the poker, the AI agents, and also the AlphaGo. That's another kind of game theory as well.
Yep.
For all of these game theory results, AlphaGo and the superhuman AI poker agents, there are many of them are two-person zero-sum games.
Okay.
However, in multiplayer games, I have mentioned, for example, several policemen or criminals. For such scenarios, there are very few resources. The challenge is that when we meet in game theory, we need to mere stable notions to decline the resource between different agents. The well-known solution concept is the Nash equilibrium. I think many of them have heard about the movie A Beautiful Mind.
Yeah, A Beautiful Mind. Yes, that's a very fantastic movie.
Yeah. That's a Nash equilibrium is named from the main character in that movie.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
It's
about like a game theory.
Yeah. Basically, it is decline a stable state. It means that if all of the agents in the game play some strategies, and then no one will want to deviate from that strategy anymore. That's a stable state. And so that's the Nash equilibrium. In zero-sum two-player games, for example, just you and me, and for any, if I play a strategy that's maximize my utilities or payoff or something, and no matter what strategy you will play, you cannot minimize my payoff or utilities anything. That's the magic in the zero-sum two-player games. But in multiplayer games, these properties will not exist. It will disappear. Because in multiplayer games, the Nash equilibrium is not unique or is changeable. It means that if there are three players, for example, three players, maybe there are several Nash equilibriums. If you choose a strategy to play and I choose a strategy to play, other person choose a strategy to play, we may not form a Nash equilibrium again. Then we cannot reach a stable state or scenario.
That's great. So it looks like your thesis is full of game theory.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah, that's the game theory part about solution concept. Of course, for our CS study, as we focus on how to efficiently compute this solution concept.
Okay, okay, that's great.
Though in two-player zero-sum games, there are zero-sum, there are efficient algorithm to compute it. There's polynomial algorithms.
Okay.
But in multiplayer games, there are no polynomial algorithm to compute it. There's a NP-hard problem to compute a Nash equilibrium.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is the changing for the computational aspects. So in my thesis, we focus on solution concept. That's team mass mean equilibrium. That is requires that a team of players share the same utility functions to play against adversary. For example, the scenario where several policemen chase criminals. So this solution concept is a variance of a Nash equilibrium. It's a Nash equilibrium, but maximize the team's utilities. So because it maximizes the team's utility, it's unique and then can avoid the equilibrium stress problems in my that I mentioned a moment ago. But it is still very hard to compute it. That's the background for my thesis. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Zhang. It's pretty clear that your algorithm might be very, very useful in Singapore Police Force. I guess they will soon be implementing this one. So, Dr. Zhang, you have won the Outstanding PhD Thesis Award 2021. So, in your opinion, like, how does this best PhD thesis look like? How is it different from, our ordinary PhD thesis, in your opinion?
I think, firstly, my thesis have a complete or a solo to study on this problem, on every aspect on this problem.
Right.
And second thing is that it not only have experimental results, but also have theoretical guarantees, theoretical results. Also, it has some real world applications, just you mentioned.
Yeah, right. Of course, like your thesis should have the real world applications as well. And that makes your thesis really, really good, I think. Yes, I absolutely agree with you, Dr. Zhang. So then, in your opinion, what kind of, the skills do you need to have if you want to write like one of the best theses? What are the skills do you think you need for that?
I think there are many skills. The first thing is that you can solve the problem. That's a problem skill. The skill for solving a problem.
Right. Problem solving skills.
Yeah. And also, the second thing is that you have skill to find a problem, because even give you a topic for you, how to find a specific problem to solve it, that's a skill.
Okay.
And the third thing is that is of course the writing skill and something, how to organize your thesis after you finish your several works. Because as a PhD student, before you graduate, you have several papers, how to combine them together and tell a story and sell a story.
Right. So of course, there need to be a writing skill and problem solving skill. Of course, these are the skills that you definitely need to have to write the best thesis award.
Yeah.
By the way, Dr. Zhang, we all PhD students are required to enroll in one of the courses. I think this is called research communication skill. What we are doing currently. and it is really, really helpful for every one of us, I think, how to write a very good thesis, in fact. By the way, did you take this course, similar courses during your
Yes.
PhD work?
I think yes.
Is
Yes.
it research communication?
Yes. I remember I go to TR something learns to attend that course.
Okay. So do you still remember who actually taught you this course?
I did not remember.
You don't remember.
I think it's several years ago.
So in your opinion, I think research. Do you think research communication subject is very helpful?
I think yes. Actually, you not only study how to write in a paper or your thesis from that course. You as a PhD student, you have advisor. The advisor will provide many materials or help you to learn how to write the papers and thesis.
Right, absolutely. So, so I think only this year NTU made it compulsory. I mean, before that.
Okay, I think that will be very good.
Yeah, before this year, like that course was not compulsory, but I think that's a very good step from our school and NTU itself. I think that's great. So, Dr. Zhang, you've already finished your PhD. You already started working in a university. So, so what sort of mistakes, errors usually do you think a PhD student they do in writing PhD thesis? What kind of errors,
At least I did not make a mistake. Otherwise, I cannot listen this word for word.
Right. But do you have any ideas? Like,
but I think the simple mistake maybe is that before you graduate, you have several papers. Many of PhD students maybe just think about that. I just put my papers together. I think that's a mistake because you just put your paper together. It does not mean you have finished your thesis. You need to tell a story, how to combine your thesis together, your several papers together.
So by the way, did you put all of your papers together? I mean, in a single thesis? Is it how you did? Or
you use my word. I prefer to use to combine my published papers together, not just put them together. Okay. How to make them to be a complete story.
So you included all your papers, and then
almost.
Yeah, you make a story combining all these papers. And then that becomes a wonderful thesis. Oh wow, that sounds great. So how to deal with some of the failures that you are going to face while doing some experiments during your PhD? How to tackle this one, Dr. Chan? You might have faced a lot of failures.
Actually, during my PhD study, I actually made some unexpected results. But finally, that unexpected result give me very good inspired to make my research better.
Okay.
I think that's the double shot. It may be the unexpected result may tell you that your current method is not work, but the unexpected result may also tell you that there are new things you have not know that. So I think we need to analyze why and what this unexpected result is. So we need to know just my explore it to know it better, and then finally you will know this problem better, and then you maybe discover some new things.
Right, right. Absolutely. I agree. I agree with you, Dr. Chang. So let me ask you something about the way you took how to start writing this thesis. So how long did it take to complete your thesis, writing a thesis? Is it like 3 months, 4 months?
Actually, I have told you that I combine my published paper together. So the main thing is that how to design your story. I think that's a very very important part, and also that you take some of time to do that. So actually, after finish my published paper, I just use several weeks to make them a complete thesis.
Okay. So when you started writing your PhD thesis, so which chapter did you first start? Because when you're writing a PhD thesis, it follows a certain flow. First introduction, and then a literature review, and then methodology, results, and experiments and results, and finally conclusion. So which chapter did you first start, and then you continued on your PhD thesis?
I think first thing is that how to organize your published papers, because for each your published paper, maybe there are different problems. How to organize them together, and then for each chapter, maybe for one published paper, and how to organize them. And the second thing is that you can write the introduction and then the backgrounds, and then maybe something in your published paper, you need to adjust them to make them consistent, and then the conclusions.
Okay, so basically you follow the standard procedure, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So many of my friends, they say that you first write the literature review chapter. So do you think it is a good advice before you?
I think that's okay, because when you for each published paper, there are some literature review as well. You actually you can combine them together and add some new literature review together to them, and that will be good.
Right. Right. So when you combine all the papers in a single thesis, did you change the paper that you actually included in your thesis, the published paper?
Actually, for most part, I did not change that, because when you write a published paper, that's about introduction and the background, and maybe the technical part, and the experimental part, and the conclusions over there, and then maybe the technical part and the experimental part, you just put it in your thesis. I think for that part, you do not need to modify it. Just for some terms, to make it consistent between your different published papers in different chapters.
Right. Absolutely. Yes. So Dr. Chang, we are almost at the end of our conversation. Probably my friends out there will soon be asking some of their questions. But before that one, my final, almost final question. So what advice is like you would like to give some of us, because some of us are in a process of writing theses, some of us are still doing some experiments, and we are very sometimes we think of how do I start writing theses, and then what shall I write? I don't have any contents. So we are in this kind of situation, some of us probably. I'll definitely be very soon. I'm third year, just starting third year. But what advices do you like to share with us?
I think as a PhD student, the first thing is not about how to write the thesis, just about how to write your first paper.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
your first paper will be the first step of your thesis.
Right, right. Very good advice. Yes, Dr. Chang. Right. First is writing a paper itself. Right.
Yeah.
So you think that when you are writing a paper, when you completed writing a paper, you'll probably understand the process of writing the thesis work as well.
Yeah,
Do you mean that?
yeah.
Okay.
Actually.
Right, right. So the first fundamental, in your opinion, is basically to start writing a paper before you write your thesis.
Yeah.
All right. So any other advices other than this?
Yeah, of course, to write a paper, maybe many of the advisors will assign a project for you. So the first thing is that you need to solve that problem, and after you solve it, maybe you and your advisor can publish a paper.
Right, right, absolutely. Dr. Chang, our conversation will definitely help a lot of students out there, definitely, because some of the points that you mentioned will definitely be helpful to us. So may I request some of my friends here want to ask any questions to Dr. Chang? I see Bijay, Arka, Ankita, Yansong, Cha, Chi, Chiu, Yu. It's very hard to pronounce their name. Bijay, you are
Yeah,
unmuted now. Okay.
yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Great,
Go ahead.
great to hear the experiences, Dr. Chang. So yeah, I was curious, like how was your experience in SCSE about like collaboration between different groups, and how do you think that helped you? And if you think you have any suggestions of what could be done to improve that so that it benefits the overall PhD life of students in NTU. I mean, especially in our school. So if you have any words on or thoughts on this, like uh, I'd love to hear on that.
You
Thank
mean
you.
the collaboration
Yeah,
between
collaboration
team
different
members or between different teams?
between different teams and members. So in general, like collaboration, like if you remember any experience that helped you in particular, like is it about more isolated individual research, or there needs to be collaboration, learn from others, co-learn things during the entire PhD experience, and especially your experience in SCSE and in NTU?
Actually, first thing is that in our group in NTU, we actually in the group between the group members, we always share with each other about their research together, and also maybe between the different groups, I think the collaboration is not very good because maybe different groups may focus different research topics.
Mhm.
It's quite hard for us to work together. But I think it will be very good if different groups can work together because maybe have different backgrounds and then work together with the discipline, suggest a project. Maybe organize some seminars, and then for example, I remember I previous in the CIL lab, and we in the CIL lab, I remember there before the COVID-19, we have internal seminar meetings every month. I said every month, and then the group members in the lab can share their research with others and discuss with others. Yeah, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that will be a very good start. Actually.
Yeah, I remember the CIL seminar. It was before COVID, and it used to be monthly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now we have kind of made a more generalized version of it. We do usual seminars every month, one or two. We call it student lecture series. And yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, it would be very helpful if this kind of collaboration and sharing of research can be experienced.
Yeah.
I mean, can be increased in our school overall. Yeah, thank you very much.
Right. Thank you, Vijay, for asking a question. If there is anyone asking question to Dr. Zhang, please, you can unmute yourself. Chiu Yu. Hi, Chiu Yu. Hello, are you there? I think you just unmuted yourself. We cannot hear you. Chiu Yu, I think. Are you there? No. Okay. So, Dr. Zhang, thank you so much. It's basically a first episode that we started. So we'll be inviting, some of our colleagues in future. And so be safe. And of course, on behalf of School of Science and Computer School of Computer Science and Engineering GSC Graduate Students Club, I would like to express, thank you and wish you a very good health, and in the future we'll definitely see you, as a successful graduate from NTU. And yes, we'll be in touch. Definitely we'll be in touch, and the opinions that you share actually matters a lot to a lot, in fact, and definitely the points that you mentioned, in my opinion, also are very, very important. And yeah, we'll be in touch, Dr. Zhang. Thank you so much. Vijay, do you want to say some words? The final thank you note, because he's the president of GSC.
Yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, so we whatever experiences that you shared, I hope it will be helpful. I mean, we will share this recording to all of our students, and we are starting this series where we can talk about like off technical things also, and how to enrich the experiences in our school overall. So thank you very much for being part of this inaugural graduate chat series. And we wish you all the best for your all future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Yes, Dr. Zhang,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be in touch. Thank you, and thank you everyone who attended this this session. Thank you so much. We'll be in touch. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.